Hi, my name is Cole Jankowski, and welcome to my ICT 200 final project. Infographics have quickly become a main way of effectively getting information across to customers. When combining graphics and data content, it gets approximately 94% more views than content without visuals on social media apps and websites, and that's according to Sproutworth website. According to the study, infographics work, but why? Infographics in general have a science behind them. In this video, I will explain why certain infographics work and the science behind them. I will be exploring infographics in the technology sector. The first infographic I chose was made for G7 by two artists named Nick and Austin. In this infographic, there are 8 balloons, all varying in sizes, and there's a nail board underneath. For those who do not know, the G7 is a group of 7 democracies that meet annually to go over global issues. The 2 biggest countries in the G7 are the United States and the United Kingdom. The infographic is about the freshwater withdrawal per capita. The freshwater is the amount of freshwater taken from the surface or groundwater per person, and it's measured in cubic meters, and that's according to the OECD. The white balloons are the numbers of fresh water withdrawn by each country in the G7. And if you look closely, the United States has the biggest balloon, and they withdraw about 1,600 cubic meters. In the week 13 readings of The Science Behind Design, 8 Psychology Principles to Apply to Your New Project, it explains the psychology behind certain shapes and why shapes should be featured in certain infographics. It explains that circles and ovals represent positive emotions attached to community, friendship, love, relationship, unity, and femininity. Underneath the balloon is the board of nails, and whenever the fresh water withdrawal from the ground grows, the balloon will also grow, bringing it to pop in. When the balloon pops, that means there is no fresh water underneath the surface, which is of course very bad. This infographic is warning us that if we continue in our current ways, the world will suffer. The intended audience for this graphic is everyone in the world because it's a group effort. The only way is if the people of the world make demands to the lawmakers to be better. One thing I would change about this infographic is I would add more text. I believe if they explain what freshwater withdrawal is right away, it would be more effective. When I first looked it up, I almost didn't use it because I had to look up what it was about. The next infographic I picked was done by an artist and writer named Felix Richter. He is a writer who works for the company called Statistia and wrote an article titled Personal Data, Instagram is a Real Tattletale. In the article, he talked about how social media uses users' data. This infographic features a layout called hierarchical, which is when the data is stated in a predefined spot. The red bars are the percentages that social media shares our data, and they are ranked from most to least, and that is the hierarchical. The color choice is also calculated because there's a psychology behind colors. The red color makes people feel emotions such as boldness, passion, and action, which is what you want. One thing I would change about this infographic is reducing the number of social media apps. This infographic feels too cluttered and would scare a certain type of person off. The creator of this intended audience is Americans who have smartphones with social media apps. Over the past couple of years, awareness has been spreading about the percentage of our data that gets sold to other places. The creator displays critical thinking because he gives us the necessary information but doesn't tell us directly how to feel or act on it. The next infographic is designed by me. It was made on the website Canva, and I wanted to show the growth of the company Apple over time. The first data comes from 2007 when the iPhone first launched. The first technique I used is called the 2 pictures for the eye and mind, and this came from the week 14 reading. This technique is to clearly compare data values. The most common form of the 2 pictures for eye and mind are pie charts and bar charts. My intended audience is the American people and the Apple users. I made this background of my infographic black because I wanted the red color to pop. As I mentioned above, colors play a massive role in infographics, and I wanted people to feel bold and I wanted people to take action, so I decided to use the color red. I also decided to start completely from scratch and not use a template. I wanted to put the most popular iPhone design on the infographic so people know exactly what I'm talking about. I also wanted to make sure the infographic wasn't going to be overcrowded because that was my most common complaint for all infographics. In conclusion, infographics are extremely powerful tools used by hundreds of countries across the world. Infographics are also extremely versatile because many different industries use them for a variety of reasons. Hopefully, throughout the video, you have learned about the different reasons why infographics work. There's a science behind it, and if you use it correctly, it will benefit you.